Yo, what is up, fellow moviegoers, and welcome back to another video. If you're new around here, well, hello, my name is Joe Marco of Marco's Movies, helping you learn more, know more, and talk more about movies. On this channel, I rate, review, and react to movies, so if you enjoy this video, please consider clicking that subscribe button. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the best and worst DCEU casting decisions, and I have to say, for the most part, DCEU has casted very solid, but there has been some real stinkers. In today's video, we're going to be going over the best of the best and the worst of the worst. So let's quit the talking and get to the ranking, and let's talk the best and worst DCEU casting, starting with the worst at number 5. Ezra Miller's The Flash. I'm gonna be honest, I was very close to putting Ray Fisher, aka Cyborg, on this list because I really didn't like his character either. But actually, I think Ray Fisher, generally speaking, did a very fine job with his role as Cyborg with what he was given, because generally speaking, screenplays in the DCU suck ass. But Ezra Miller's Flash just felt so out of left field, and he just all in all felt like the odd man out of the entire group of heroes. See, in movies like X-Men Days of Future Past, Quicksilver, aka the fast man in the whole group, was actually an interesting and compelling character that you generally cared about. But Flash in the Justice League just felt tacked on to make Flash fans happy, and Ezra Miller I just felt like was not good as Barry Allen. But then again, I am not the biggest Flash fan, but I just think they could have done so much more with the character and made him just better in general. Amy Adams as Lois Lane. It's not that I think Amy Adams is necessarily bad casting as Lois Lane. I actually think she looks decent as Lois Lane. It's just the fact that she may just be the most annoying person in the entire DCEU universe. Literally, her character was done and completely fleshed out after Man of Steel, but for some reason the DCEU decided to put her in every movie because DC fans want to see Lois Lane go on side quests more than we want to see the fucking Justice League and Batman vs Superman. Like, seriously, she's not needed in those movies. She just adds time in already long and not fun and boring movies. And if you cut her out in Batman vs Superman, I think we would have gotten a generally better movie. But Justice League just sucks even if you cut her out of the movie. Rosie Perez as Detective Montana. Rosie Perez was just annoying in Birds of Prey, and this is coming from someone who generally actually likes Birds of Prey. I was very entertained by that movie, and I overall thought it was a solid Harley Quinn movie, but all the stuff with Detective Montana just felt annoying and unneeded, and just all her detective stuff that was going on in the background just felt like an annoying subplot to make us actually care about her because she wasn't compelling or really worth caring for. There's not much really to say about her. She's annoying, she's not interesting, she felt tacked on, and she just added runtime to a movie in which if she was cut out, I think this movie would have ran smoother. But whatever, DCEU just loves to add pointless subplots instead of showing us what we really want to see. Harley Quinn being a badass. Willem Dafoe as the Sea Guy. I think the main reason I hate this casting decision so much isn't for him being casted, as I love Willem Dafoe. He might be my most underrated actor of all time. But the reason I'm more angry about this is for the fact that the main argument the DC universe is making for us not being able to see Willem Dafoe, aka Green Goblin, aka the person who will be the greatest Joker ever put on the screen, is that he was in the movie for like 10 minutes. Are you kidding me? So because Willem Dafoe talked politics with his hair majestically flowing means we may not be able to see this. Like, don't even tell me you're not scared of this shit. He is terrifying looking. First you kick out Ben the badass Bat flicked out and cast the guy as Twilight as Batman, and we were supposed to just accept it, in which we did, and you can't even give us this? Fuck you, DCEU. Jared Leto as the Joker. I don't even know where to start with this one. Let's go ahead and start out with me saying I honestly don't even blame Jared Leto whatsoever for the pure garbage writing and screenplay he was given. I seriously think that the guy did the best he could with what he was given, and it's sad for how low the DCEU movies really can get. First off, I just don't like the look personally. I think it's terrible. Yeah, I know the Joker is a badass crime boss and all that, but that doesn't mean you make him look like a gangster. Also, where the hell did the Joker get the time to get all these damn tattoos? Shouldn't he be busy trying to fight Batman like he should be doing? I just downright hate this Joker. He's not scary, he's not clever, he's not smart. Every time he's on screen, I'm bored, which I should not be bored at all watching one of the greatest movie villains and just villains in history on screen. But then again, I'm bored watching the entirety of Suicide Squad. I think the main reason I'm so pissed is because I think if you gave Jared Leto a good script, made him the main villain in this movie, and not just a subplot for us to learn about Harley Quinn, and actually make him look like the Joker, I think we could have gotten a really good Joker. Now we're going to go ahead and completely shift to the best DCEU casting decisions, and we're going to start off at number 5 with Chris Pine as Steve Trevor. This decision of me putting this at number 5 may seem out of left field, and I did almost consider putting Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, as I do think she is badass and good as Wonder Woman, except in Justice League, but everyone's bad in that movie. And I even almost put James Momoa as Aquaman on this, because I also don't think I could see anyone else playing Aquaman. But Chris Pine was really good as Steve Trevor, and I honestly think he was a perfect Steve Trevor. Him and Wonder Woman's relationship is what drives the movie forward, and I think he's the stepping stone in that, and he was actually good in this film. And generally speaking, the relationship presented between them is actually good in this film, unlike others. Joker and Harley Quinn and Suicide Squad. Also, he was just really charismatic and just awesome in this movie, and obviously the ending is actually pretty emotional since the DCEU actually made us care about the two characters and the relationship. So yeah, good job DCEU. Chris Pine was a very perfect pick. Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. Margot Robbie, in my opinion, is perfect casting as Harley Quinn. Looking back at old comic images of Harley Quinn and then looking at Margot Robbie, I mean, it's almost perfect, and literally they look identical. She's wacky and crazy, and when she says Mr. J and talks in her accent, yeah, that does something for me. And she's just one of those casting decisions that I can't see anyone else outperforming her and outdoing her. Yeah, a couple other actresses might be able to play Harley Quinn, but I don't think anyone will outperform her. I think she was perfect in this role. She is by far the best part of a mediocre comic book movie in Suicide Squad, and she's very good in Birds of Prey, aka Harley Quinn the movie, and she just always shines between every other bad DCEU character in her movies. Zach Levi as Shazam. Zach Levi as Shazam was just really fun to watch. I honestly expected nothing going into this movie, and I came out with a big grin on my face. I think he was really good as Shazam. I don't think he's quite as perfect at casting as Margot Robbie. I do think as Shazam, as the character, he is a little bit more compelling though than Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. And yeah, just overall I really enjoyed him in Shazam, and there's just not much else to say. He was good, he looked like Shazam, he did his part. I will say that I do wish he just actually got some muscles and got buff for the movie role instead of just wearing a bunch of pillowcases in a suit. But yeah, I overall enjoyed Zach Levi as Shazam. Henry Cavill as Superman. Henry Cavill just is Superman to me. Look at these two pictures side by side between him and Christopher Reeves. Without any movies in mind, who looks more like Superman? Yeah, we all know Henry Cavill is more of a badass than Christopher Reeves. Now, I have not seen the original Superman the movie with Christopher Reeves, and I am planning on doing a first reaction video to that. Henry Cavill looks more like Superman, and he has all the traits presented in the comic books. He also is an okay Clark Kent, but I don't blame Henry for that. The script in DCEU films just sucks. I do think that The Man of Steel so far is the best DCEU film of all time, and yeah, Henry Cavill is a very good Superman and the second best casting, but the number one casting in the DCEU is of course Ben Affleck as Batman. Ben Affleck as Batman is honestly the biggest waste in movie history. Ben Affleck looks perfect as the old angry being down grumpy old Batman. He's literally perfect for that role. And if you gave Ben Affleck his standalone Batman movie that the man deserves, let the man direct it, and give Hans Zimmer the rights to the music, we literally may have the best Batman movie of all time. I'm serious, the amount of wasted potential with this role is crazy, and his bat suit on him, I mean, come on. And he is a very, very solid Bruce Wayne. I actually think his transitions between the 3 different personalities as Batman, Bruce Wayne as he is in the public, a playboy asshole, Bruce Wayne with Alfred, actually Bruce Wayne, and Batman, I think he's one of the better people at portraying 3 different roles in that. And rewatching Justice League and seeing Ben Affleck's wasted potential literally breaks my heart and is going to always make me wonder what could have happened. So there you guys go. There is my 5 best and 5 worst DCEU casting decisions. Yes, I do not know how to say DCEU right. It's a very weird name. Say DCEU 10 times fast. But thank you guys all for tuning into this video. Like I said, if you guys like this, please leave this video a like and consider clicking that subscribe button. I seriously appreciate you guys watching these videos and leaving your comments. I love chatting with you guys. But as always, keep watching movies.